everybody, this is Kevin back with Inspiring How You See That. So today we're back with another top 10, or I wouldn't say top 10, but the 10 bands that the Pit feels that are keeping rock and roll alive. And we just review these, kind of talk about them, and maybe fill in some of our bands on what we think, and voice our opinion. We always want to hear what your guys' opinion is and what you guys think. What band should have made the list, or what band shouldn't be on this list. So let's go down and look through the list and see what Michael from the Pit thinks are the 10. So the first one is the Foo Fighters. Dave Grohl. That's of course a big one. The Ghost. Yes, they're definitely keeping everything alive. Shinedown would have to agree. Shinedown is really killing it. Great band. Saw them countless times. So Genius, I don't know about that one. I haven't heard them too much. Health, I haven't heard them too much either. Black Veil Brides, yes, agree. I've saw them alive quite a few times. Nova Twins, the Mars Volta, and Alter Bridge, yes, and Hailstorm, maybe. No. I don't know. I that's one I kind of don't fully agree on. And so that's it. That's on that list. And there are so many more that I think that are keeping rock and roll alive. We've been to quite a few shows and events, ones that are not even on this list and that are smaller bands, that I believe that are keeping rock and roll alive, and one is Liliac, and we've went and watched them live several times, and that is a great smaller band, and they're definitely up and coming band. So I would say that's one of them, but there's several of them still. And I mean, and we talked before about some of the past bands. I would say Godsmack still is kind of like a rock and roll. I wouldn't say they're a full metal band, and then there are several others that are still going out and doing a lot of rock and roll. And as we have talked, Metallica still does it, Kiss still does it, still goes out on the road. So I mean, all these are keeping rock and roll going. Skid Row's come back, Guns N' Roses come back, Rat's still on tour. So I mean, there's just so many, even from the 80s, of rock and roll that keep going out and trying to share this music. And I think that there's hundreds on this list, honestly. I mean, this should be a huge list, and I'm sure you like anybody, you can't put everybody on the list. I mean, you got to keep it down to a 10 that you feel, and this was the 10 that Michael feels. If I had to choose 10, it would be very, very difficult, to be quite honest with you. I would have, as I said, over 100 of them, and it would be tough to narrow them down. And my rock and roll span too is a lot different as far as what I feel is rock and roll and what I feel is metal. So I guess everybody's, I guess their definition is a little different. So again, make sure that you guys do, like and subscribe. Put in the comments below what you think. Who do you think's, keeping rock and roll alive? What is your 10? What is your 5? What is your, top 3? I don't know. And as always, we'll keep putting these out there and doing maybe the 10 segments, 15 segments, news segments, or anything that pertains to our channel. And we'll see you on the next video.